Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Gamey Daddy channel. So today we're going to be looking at Tom Clancy's The Division 1 and pretty much why it's kind of really popular right now, as things are kind of in a very strange place with the Division 2's community. Now, I will tell you that the Division 2 has its issues, but right now I think we're just kind of chill playing the game. A lot of people are maybe considering returning. Some people are playing and all of that. But Tom Clancy's The Division 1 went free about a few weeks ago, and then finally they brought it on Xbox, and then now the price point is actually very low. So I logged in just now, and they have like a compensation that they're giving people for a delay regarding their purchases and some of their rewards. But what's really cool is, the Division 1 has a lot of really cool things that as Division 1 players, we can pretty much rally around. For those of you who played this game, it did have its very strong points, no doubt. The game is still a very good game. And not only is it just a popular game right now, it's also going to be coming to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So the game is pretty much going to continue to see players jump in. It's still probably going to receive some level of automation regarding support or whatever, and I think that's actually a good thing. Some of the modes that are also here require for us to be able to talk about them and also be able to kind of give a new orientation to a lot of players that are coming into this game that have never picked up the Division or never played it, or maybe they're reinstalling their copy, trying to jump back into the game and figure out what they need to do, because a lot of the videos that were made for this game are 3 years old in many cases. I think even my last Division 1 video that was even a help or guide was a long time ago. So this surge of players, this new influx is really exciting, and I think what I'm hoping to come out of this is not just new players or whatever. I'm hoping that a lot of the players here will actually come and experience the Division 2. And I know someone will say, oh, the Division 2 is this and the Division 2 is that, but you also have to think about it. They're going to be coming in at a low fee, which is the game right now is actually $10, and they're going to be experiencing a lot of the things that we've had to kind of, in a sense, wait for, help build, help refine and tune in the game currently. If you guys remember the Division 2, when it came out in a place where we didn't even really know what skills were for. The classified gear sets were lame. They were kind of weak, and we didn't really have pretty much an idea as to how to deal with, the game, skills in the game. And it didn't take a short period of time. In fact, it took many patches before the developers figured out what it was that they wanted to do with skills. And I think it wasn't until about Warlords of New York that skills finally got to a solid place. And for those of you who may not know, skills have always been a strong part of the Division game. I see a lot of people making fun of, skill builds and all that stuff. And I think they don't necessarily understand that this has always been a Division thing for skills to be really powerful. And, even by the end of life of the Division 1, skills still got to a place where they were strong. Some of them got nerfed. Smart cover got nerfed. Shock turrets sort of got nerfed. A lot of the first aid stuff was not really as effective as they were. But you also had like your support stations. If you were using the classified reclaimer set, that was also very good. Pulse was still decent. It wasn't as great as it was before, but this has always been a thing in Tom Clancy's games. So seeing them come to prominence in Division 2 after a long time was quite satisfying, even though the delay was there. But I'm going to say it was actually worth getting to that point where, yes, we don't have too many talents on our gear, but now the talents that we have, they're actually very significant in the way that they've designed them. I've seen some also, some other comments saying, we need to revert the game back to when we used to have multiple talents on multiple gear items. But I think that we were at that place, and it was actually quite redundant in a sense. Now every single item in the game, every single gear actually is very impactful. Every single talent is also high in its impact, that it doesn't really make sense to bring a bunch of talent. And so with the Division 1 right now, I'm really hoping that the developers basically are able to kind of go back to the drawing board, grab a little bit more data, look at some of the things that made the Division 1 very cool. Global events, you know, incursions. This is something that the development team really has to bring to Division 2 if they're going to really appeal to a sect of the, you know, the audience. And they don't have to bring a bunch of them. They just have to bring them, you know, I would say little by little. It doesn't have to be something where they just smack down, drag all of the incursions into Division 2. But, you know, this is something that I feel like a larger portion of the player base will be able to, you know, participate in compared to maybe raids, which require 8 people and all of that stuff. And don't get me wrong, when I'm ready to play the raid, I'll play the raid, you know, regardless of how long it takes. I don't think the Division 2 is going anywhere very soon. It's easier to get a raid in a Division 2 than it is to get an incursion in a Division 1, if you get what I mean. So I just wanted to, you know, throw this out there for those of you who are Division 2 agents who have never played the Division 1. This is also a video kind of saying, hey, look over here and kind of see where we came from. The game might feel clunky to you because the Division 2 is actually in many cases refined in its gameplay, but this is kind of the cute version of the Division, and this is what really made the game what it was. And there's some really cool things that you can do here that you can never do in Tom Clancy's The Division 2 because it seems like the devs never want it. Like this build that I'm running right here, you can actually run a shield, a big bulwark shield with an SMG. I know, it's crazy. But I guess we'll be talking about these things from time to time, and you know, maybe if I'll take some time to kind of showcase what the Division 1 is about and why it's actually pretty cool from that perspective. All right, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. If you're a new Division player and you actually have a question, go ahead and ask. A lot of the people who played the Division 2 did play the Division 1, and they'll probably able to, you know, answer your question very fast from here. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you all hopefully in another video. Peace.